Welcome back. This should be back for you because this is part 4 of our Dave Chappelle's Cousins account episode. Okay, so if you have not seen the first 3 parts of this episode, then go watch those before you watch this one. This is the 4th part, the last part of Dave Chappelle's cousin sharing with us the realities of cloning. I really didn't think my relationship with God would bring me to talking about things like this, but this is the reality. This is Westworld reality. This is how Masons are using money to manipulate all of our emotions. And this is how deep the Christian cults that cannibalize children go. Because we have learned from Dave Chappelle's cousin, they not only cloned Dave Chappelle, they cloned his children. They cloned his wife. They cloned his mom. His cousin's aunt. All Westworld synthezoid robots being operated by demonic spirits. This is jealous Jehovah. Jealous Jehovah was jealous of Dave Chappelle's show. He's jealous of Dave Chappelle's success. This happened because the one true God, Yahweh, worked through the Masons that use money to manipulate all of us to make this possible. This is the sad reality of where we are. So, I'm your Trippy Tripsy, Cychadelic Cychopomp, Tahuti Hermes Trismegistus. So you are tapping in. I just kind of went into it. All right, but you are tapping in to the root of the symmetry so you can tune in to the mind of Mercury as we finish part 4. Okay, we finished this episode in part 4. I'm just flustered is all. I'm really fucking baffled. This is badonkadonk ridiculous that we live in this kind of world, this kind of Semitic system, objectively. That this is like the racist religions, the Ews, did this to him so that they can play God.
He's demonic. He has no spirit. To portray himself as the original and ongoing David or Dave Chappelle. So I wanted to come forth to let you all know the truth. Now, you can say, I'm just like Billy here on the JT anti-New World Order. I'm just like Billy. You can say what you will and may say about me. And as Billy said once also, you can call me crazy and you can call me this or call me that. But
what a horrible nightmare to go through this and then be gaslit by the population that is supporting cannibalism and sacrificing children. Like, what a disgusting, terrible nightmare. You've got to be a strong spirit to handle this. You got to be a strong spirit to handle this. Most people don't even want to listen to this video or watch this video or listen to him talk about what happened to his cousin. But they will go pay money to support the clone. This is how the Masons have trained humans, whether they know it or not, to be too weak to handle the truth. People run away from the truth. And then that shows me spiritually, most spirits that are alive as humans here are running away from their souls. So they're running away from the energy, the resonance of truth. They want to be lost in a lie. They want to get lost in light with Lucifer. They want to get lost in light with Lucifer, Yahweh, Satan, and Baal. And these Masons. Can I ball? Literally, their idea of playing with us is eating us and taking our place, wearing that black face. Taking credit for our creations. So now they get to take credit for everything Dave Chappelle does because they cloned him. Can I ball? Literally. Thanks, Lucifer. Thank you, jealous Jehovah. Thank you, Jesus, for supporting this system so much and teaching me that I need to support this system because I don't have my own Mercury. Thank you, Jesus.
you or no one else will ever erase the memories that my cousin David Chappelle and I had together. You can never erase that. You can never take away the pictures that we shared together at family reunions and
Man.
and other places that we gathered together. You can never erase that from my mind. This new clone who's going around.
No MK Ultra for his cousin. Spiritually, his soul forever has those memories, and their soul is forever connected. That's why his cousin can attend an ayahuasca ceremony or use DMT to talk to Dave Chappelle's soul and build a relationship with his soul while he's still alive here. He could very well use his relationship with Dave Chappelle to create a circumstance where Dave Chappelle is reborn into this world if Dave Chappelle wanted to do that. That's how you use spirit jumping, like Orlando Brown talks about, like these Hollywood elites are doing for yourself. Because this is naturally how our souls build multiple bodies based on who we want to relate with at what time, at what point. So that's why I'm the synchronicity. I chose to be born, even though looking at my negative bank account makes me want to kill myself, and I literally just can't get money, but I'm supposed to be here talking about this, sharing shit with the internet when I literally can't afford bills or anything. But that's just me and my fucked up Spider-Man energy, where I'm forced to do this because I want to relate with individuals outside of myself, and this is who I am. So I have to be myself if I'm gonna make sense of who I am. Like if I'm not being me, then I'm not gonna make sense of who I am. So that is the whole point, like, of me going through all this fasting, going through all these psychedelic journeys, and then having to learn about myself so that now I can talk about this. I can talk about Masons cloning us in an intelligent way. If I didn't know who I was on a CymaTree level, if I just believed that I was Chase based on how the government programmed me, I wouldn't even know how to talk in these videos. I wouldn't know how to speak about this shit at all. I'd be another sleepy sheep.
Saying he's Dave Chappelle. I wouldn't know parts of this man.
Sad.
I wouldn't know parts of his family.
Right. Wow.
Because they're not my family.
Wow.
I don't care whether if they suggested that have to have him to call to have me to come down to one of his shows, I will not go. You're not going to get me like they got the original Dave Chappelle. I'm not going because I know.
How could he be lying? This is not his real cousin anymore. This just isn't his real cousin anymore. He doesn't want to talk to him. He's scared. Like he's not trying to do that shit, bro. Bro, come on. Terrifying.
In my heart, deep in my heart, that this man is not the man that my Uncle William gave birth to. And so I'm letting you all know that Dave did not sign his name in blood when he first met with the executives. He did not. And I doubt.
So the New World Order just uses its fire to project its desire at us, and they do whatever they want. That's why they broke every single treaty that they made with Native Americans to steal this land from us. Overall, objectively. This is how they did it. By breaking every contract. The Europeans only made contracts with Native Americans to break them. Objectively. That's how we have this system.
Seriously, if he signed his name in blood the second time he met with the executives, you all are saying this because this is all what you think. Dave was well enough to take care of his family, his wife, his children, his mother, and his farm. Dave was already taken care of. You see, but the only thing that Dave, he loved doing comedy, and he wanted to do something with his name included in it. And that was the Chappelle Comedy Show. And I believed he was tricked into doing the comeback, thinking he was going to do just that, to renew it.
They lied to him, like colonizers do when they give us treaties that they say that they're going to uphold every time. This is so sad. This is like proving my whole point about indigenous peoples. That's why I'm doing this. This is the whole point. I'm vouching for the indigenous peoples that have been colonized by the cannibalistic cults of Christianity. I'm vouching for them. That's who Metatron is speaking for. All the souls that have been cannibalized by the cults of Christianity, ruling Hollywood, serving a Semitic system. They stole everything from Metatron, everything from Mercury, everything from that ME, from me, so that they can make money. And now I'm here looking at my bank account. Oh, I want to die because I'm in the negatives. But I'm forced to do this video because since I have the power, it's my responsibility. I have the power to talk about this. It's my responsibility to talk about this and to build something out of it.
From Comedy Central. So you all can keep on flourishing with what you think that happened, you know, and you'll never know the truth. Because do you think that the executives is going to tell you the truth? Ha! Did you actually think that?
Westworld. But of course, Westworld, the whole point is they're still lying. They're not telling us the truth. They always frame this as entertainment. And everyone's been taught like, oh, this is just entertainment. They don't put any truth in entertainment. Predictive what? You're retarded. You're stupid. Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. Just serve the New World Order, but don't call it the New World Order because you're not supposed to be able to read Latin. Oh, Chase, what? You went to high school? You learned how to read Latin? Well, still don't read that Novus Ordo Seclorum on the back of the dollar bill. Ignore it. Just serve the dollar bill. Like, this is white culture. This is white culture. They teach me I'm black. And then they teach me I'm not even allowed to talk about what white is, but they can tell me what black is because they taught me I'm black. And that's a lie. So the whole point of white culture is it's one big jealous lie. And it's fueled by cannibalizing everything it wants to consume from black culture. That's why blackface is a thing. This is why blackface is a thing. God damn, this is fucked up.
No. These people have been lying for years. Listen to the stars. And listen to what Little Wayne has said.
These people have been lying ever since they say that we were all created by the one true God that just wrote Genesis in like 1000 BC or whatever, 1300 BC. Like, that's one big lie. To say that everyone's controlled by one God, that's the biggest lie in the fucking world. But that's the New World Order. That's what the New World Order is built upon. That the biggest lie in the world, that we're all controlled by one jealous God of fireball in the sky. And he sent the true son Jesus to get killed by the government that taught us to worship child cannibalism and sacrifice. Like, this is, bro, come on. It's like, this should be clear as day. It's just like, it's weird. Like, it's not clear to other people. Like, are people's, like, is your blood, are people's blood flows getting really fucked up by these shots? It's the point that people are just blinded by their egotistic desire to support something that separates them from themselves. So is that what a sheep is? Like, you can't help people who want to be asleep? Is that what I'm forced to realize? Like, these people want to support this evil system because they want to be asleep. They don't want to take responsibility for their power. Is that what's happening here? So they want to feel like that Satan can use his Santa Claus to sink his claws into all of our families and separate our souls from one another. So now we're just forced to work in their metaverse boxes. This is the world. This is horrible, disgusting. There's no words for how disgusting and demonic this one true God New World system is. They're working so hard to be so horribly evil, and it shows. It shows in their shows. They make shows about it, but somehow here we are. People just watch the shows as entertainment. Oh yeah, that was a fun show. Westworld, that was fun. Oh, you're thinking about it too much, and now you're stupid because you're thinking too much. This is the reverse psychology of white culture. They literally taught us that we're stupid for thinking. That's the whole point of Spider-Man being bullied, right? Peter Parker is bullied because he's smart. They've created a culture where they say, hey, if you're smart, you're retarded. Because you're going to get beat the fuck up. You're not going to fit in. So dumb yourself down so you can actually climb the social ladder. And then it's just like some weird reverse psychology. They are so wild. It's so backwards and twisted, the witchcraft of Masons.
Listen to what Kanye West has said, Britney Spears, Nicki Minaj. Look at what Nicki Minaj has said. Just do the research and listen to what these people have said about how they wish they had never, ever gotten into that. But you know something? You'll never hear this new clone saying that. But the old David Chappelle did. You'll never, ever hear this new clone speaking anything against the Illuminati. Oh, he'll talk about the Illuminati, but he won't speak against them. But David Chappelle did. He said it on the Oprah Winfrey Show. He said it on the studio acting stage to all of those young people out there who wanted to become comedians and actors and actresses. He told them that. You see, so you all continue to believe what you want to believe, but only I have the evidence. Only I know the truth. And some of the evidence and the truth, and I know the truth will stay in my heart until the day that I die. You see, and as I stated before,
and after he dies. Because the point is, again, he can do ayahuasca or DMT to talk to Dave's soul. He could literally build that relationship in a very psychedelic way, psychopompic way, in a mental realm type way, astral realm type way. But clearly, he has his facts. He has his real relationship with Dave Chappelle. And Dave Chappelle does not have a real relationship with him anymore because that's not really Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's soul is passed in a different circumstance with his family, I hope. Going, healing all that horrible trauma that they've suffered at the hands of this New World Order, Semitic system, I hope. Because there's just no words for how horrible this is. And literally, I'm not friends with Bradley anymore because he said that America is fake. He says that this isn't real. He literally went on, we had a whole conversation. That's in Cosmic Conversations because I'm doing a whole thing. I realized if Metatron creates meta, and meta is the entire energy of Metatron and the idea of being metaphysical, God brought the concept of meta conversations into my awareness recently. So that's supposed to be a vibe now of having meta conversations where we can expand upon conversations based on our consciousness being able to make connections that we were not able to make inside of that conversation. So that's where we get meta conversations. And yeah, I'll get into the meta conversations with me and Bradley because he really showed his true colors as a white boy, as a white person who has been colonizing my time, colonizing my energy, and using me to make money for himself. Because literally, he's seen me get cut down on TikTok by these racist ass Masons. I can't get my TikTok past 10,000. Literally, I got cut down at 20,000. I was about to hit 20,000. I was 18 after my fasting started taking off. And then ever since then, I can't get bigger. But he's gotten to 80,000. And he, as a white boy, has specifically attributed his ability to get followers from my teachings, from me giving him my wisdom. But he can blow up on TikTok, I can't. So this is how racist Masons are, literally. I can't grow on TikTok for my own wisdom, for the truth. But he, Bradley, the white boy, he can twist my truth into his lies. He can sell your soul is showing. He can sell his lies and then blow up on TikTok because Masons support him. Masons support white people and they suppress black people. They silence black people because they want to be seen as black people. That's why he never shouted me out, even though he can grow on a platform that's silencing me and suppressing me. And he sees that and he knows that. But he wants to be white. So this is what white people do. There's no changing white people. They want to steal from us and take credit for our creations. No matter how much I thought he was my real friend, he explicitly showed me that he was not my real friend by calling me a fake friend, even though he already said that he only is making money on TikTok and has followers because of me as Mercury. He told me that multiple times in our relationship, but now we're not friends anymore because he called me fake. So this is Masons. That's me as Mercury and him as a Mason. This is how white people view black people. This is why Dave Chappelle has been cloned by Masons, because this is sadly how white people view black people. And if we don't talk about it, it's only going to get worse, objectively.
Chappelle, David Chappelle, has a lot of Chappelle family, and majority of the Chappelle family are teachers. Morehouse College once was. We have a person right here on television today that's a member of the family. Sure, they may spell their name Chappell, but they're still a part. The roots come from the Chappelle family. The roots come from. And people are talking, the family are talking about this clown. CLOWN, this clown that's on television today portraying himself as Dave Chappelle. You see, one pants leg down, the other one rolled up, and he's portraying himself as a Mason when we all know that the original David Chappelle was a practicing Muslim. His sister, Felicia, is a practicing Muslim. His children have Muslim names. So all of a sudden now, he's a Mason. That's bullshit. And
he's a Mason now. It's 11/11 as I'm looking at this too. It's just like not a coincidence. Like Mercury is literally fighting Masons. Like this is what it is. This is what it, like money. Masons made money by stealing math from Metatron. I, as Spider-Man, I make these alliterations to make the words stick because that's how my mind works. I have like a certain mental algorithm. Like as long as this works for me, I feel confident putting these videos out and building upon them for the rest of my life because I have my own mental algorithm as a messenger of Mercury. Okay, because I'm Chase and CymaTree and Iricel. I'm Chase, CymaTree, and Iricel. These like entirely new creations, all here new, constant new energy. But I'm building upon all my past lives. And these Masons have actively stolen all my past lives, all the wisdom of my past lives, so that they can sell us their white supremacist lies. They turn my lives into their lies. So they took Mercury's black truths and turned it into Masonic white lies. Literally. Mercury black truths, lives, Masonic white lies, the lies. And that's, I mean, them again using Woden's Day as Wednesday to sell us that we are all created by one God. When Woden's Day is Wednesday, Thor's Day is Thursday, and Freya's Day is Friday. So they're literally using Norse mythology to sell their Jewish Christian concept of cosmic incest. Disgusting. Blah. Disgusting. What? And how, like, and then that's just where I have to learn that, damn, I must really be me or whatever the fuck, because that's very obviously colonialism right there. Like, that shouldn't make sense. Why are Christians claiming that the one true God created Odin, Thor, and Freya? He created the Father, the Son, and the Mother. That came way before him. Norse mythology is way older than any Jewish concept of reality and being here and being alive. Like, that's why they worship Odin so hard. Of course, that's why they worship Odin so hard. That's why they worship the idea of being the all-seeing Father, because they want to be Mercury. That's why they want to use the eye at the top of the pyramid to see what we're all doing with money and see what we're all doing in general by using money to manipulate all of our emotions, because that's their idea of being Mercury. Their idea of being the all-seeing God is using math to manipulate what we do, where we do it, how we do it, all that shit. And now, boom, You got the concept of the Illuminati, the people who have to do more fucked up shit to get closer to that eye at the top. Simple. It's all stolen from Hermeticism. This is just them bastardizing Atlantean technology, really. So they remix everything with their imagination, as we can see. So it's fucked up. And this is wild that I'm talking about this. I'm astounded.
And I'm saying what Billy says. That's bullshit. You see, so I'm so sad in heart now because my cousin David died, and he died the day he went into that executive office.
And again, they're not doing a quick death to you. It's more just so disgusting and horrible how they treat people before they actually kill them. Horrifying.
Thinking that he was going.
It's not like they just like quickly like take you out respectably. They don't want to respect you when they kill you. Rape isn't respectful. Tape. Mape isn't respectful. You know, gotta say grape. Shrape is not respectful. But that's what they do. His wife, his children, they're all snaped, graped, laped, paped, taped while being taped. If you can replace the first T or the last T with an R, one of them, it worked. But they're taped while being taped. And that's what the cults that run Hollywood are into. As we can see, they show us all these movies because they record way more stuff behind the scenes. Do you really think they only make the movies that they show us? That seems to be like what people think, that the cults who run Hollywood, they show us all the movies that they make. You don't think they're using all the resources, all this technology to film super fucked up movies behind the scenes of real shit that they do to real families, these real people? They're just not going to put it in theaters, right? That's not marketable. You wouldn't feel like a good Christian supporting that, right? This is terrifying. This is so disgusting. But this is their system. Stanley Kubrick knows. He got killed for being hella deep in there taping shit. All the things that they tape as a tape. They tape people. They tape people taping people.
To get what he always wanted, the Chappelle show to be reinstated on his terms. That was the day that...
And he just wanted to express his creativity. So this is how jealous Jehovah colonizes our creativity, because he wants to control our consciousness, objectively.
Died. And so I just come forth to let you all know the truth. Now you can accept it, as I said before, you can reject it, or you can believe it. I don't care what you believe. But we know who that man is on TV is not the man that my Uncle William helped produce. Now you can go ask his mother, Aunt Yvonne. Well, she's not even my aunt anymore, but you can go ask her. And she'll tell you, she's, no, that's, David has his own way. David has his own, and naturally, she's going to say that. Yes, she's going to say that. Because she's a damn clown. Her, the children, and his wife. They have no souls. They have no spirits. But they can eat like you and I can eat. They can drink like you and I can drink. So, I just wanted to, like I said before, I'm getting tired.
Westworld.
right now. But I just wanted to come forth and share this with you because I have heard
Thank you.
so many theories, that so many people giving this side and that side and this side and that side, and there's only one side to it, and that's the side that I know. And like I said, I have some things now, but this is why I'm keeping my voice in anonymous, because they will come after me. They will kill me. Yes, they would. They would kill me.
Yes.
They would kill me. And if they knew,
Terrifying. Literally, and this is what taxpayer dollars are going towards. To kill Dave Chappelle's cousin because he's related to a man that they also killed, and they killed his entire family, replaced him with clones, colonizing our consciousness. Horrifying. Masonic. Thanks, Masons. Wild. Jealous Jehovah. This is the New World Order American operation. Again, when we see an Avatar, when they show us in the movie Avatar that they create clones to invade indigenous planets, Jealous Jehovah.
what I knew for a fact that this clown, CLOWN, is not my cousin, David Chappelle. I know what I know. So I just, like, once again, I'm going to get finished with this. I just wanted to let you all know. And so stop your theories. Stop the make-believe. Stop saying what you think could happen. Or that he signed his name in contract with you when he left the executive office. And, and David, he needed money. And David, no, he didn't. All the shit that you're saying is not true. And I'm not saying this because David and I, we were closer, and the fact that we're cousins. I'm saying this because I know what I'm talking about. And I can bust your eyes and ears open with knowledge.
I like this guy.
I better not go too far though with this.
I like this guy.
I better not go too far because
He's been through hell.
I don't want to tell everything, but I know.
What the fuck?
I know. His wife doesn't know. I know. His wife probably would have known, but I know because now she's a clone. And the children, and David had a beautiful little girl. And
And the Masons just had their horrible, disgusting, jealous Jehovah way with his children.
I'm not going to tell you her name, but they got Muslim names. His daughter and his two sons, and she was the most. She looked like Elaine. But then when you really look at her, she has David's features too. And his sons did as well. And David loved those children. He loved those children. And he loved the land. But today,
Their souls are connected.
David doesn't even see them half as much. This new David doesn't see them half as much. Why?
All their family souls are connected.
They don't have the soul. They don't have that spirit like David had for his wife when he was yet alive. You see, when you're alive, you can love. When you have the blood running down your veins and you have that soul, you can love that person. You can love that wife of yours. You can love that children. And you don't want to spend time away from those children and your wife. You can love that mother. You don't want to spend time away from them. You want to do your job and come back home to your family because you love them.
Yeah, that's a soul.
Well, this new Dave
That's a family.
is not going to do that. He can't do that. Because without a soul, without a spirit, without a heart.
Again, David's family, all their souls are connected. They're related. Astral realm. They are not the body. Okay, the whole point of this body is that this is what we use to relate with souls. Okay, so the Masons have simply done horrible, disgusting, atrocious things to his family so that they can use the Chappelle name to make money in white culture and keep spreading this matrix. But their souls are okay. They're together. And Dave Chappelle's cousin can attend an ayahuasca ceremony use CMT to talk to his family. The government doesn't want you to know that. That's why it's a Schedule I controlled substance. But this is how intentional the Masons are when they're controlling our consciousness. That's why, I had to make this video.
Warming blood in your body, how can you feel that way? You can't feel that way. And they don't feel that way towards him. But just go back and listen to the old original David Chappelle and what he said about his family. This man was crazy about his wife, number one, his children, number two, and his mother. And go back to the fact of what he said about Uncle William, his father. Uncle Williams was the turning point in David's life. David could go to him, and there were some times when David, we were all young, and David, he was a little smart aleck kid, this sort of thing, but David was crazy about his father. Uncle Williams would just sit back sometime and look at David, and not only at David, but at his other son, William Jr. too. Those are my boys. And he was crazy about his daughter, his youngest daughter, Felicia, who's now a full-blown practicing Muslim. You see, but today, this new clown, CLOWN, will never ever feel that way about his wife, children, or they can try to pretend. Man. But they can't, but it's not. Look at I want to say one more thing too before I get ready to go.
Please.
We have the President of the United States of America.
Right.
Donald Trump.
Okay, Donald Trump.
And we have his wife, Melania, whatever her name is. I can't pronounce it correctly.
Milana, whatever.
But now, Donald Trump is a clone.
Dave Chappelle's cousin just said that Donald Trump is a clone. Okay. It makes a lot of mannerisms make sense, right? Now we can look at Bill Clinton.
He's a clone. And his wife is too. But
so Donald Trump's wife is also a clone, according to Dave Chappelle's cousin.
See them two together, they show no love. He doesn't show the love for her like Obama showed for his, for his, let me put it, Michelle. See, with Donald Trump, there's no love. When he kisses her, take note of these things, people. When he kisses her, it's not the kiss of love. You see, when he holds her hand, it's not the holding hands of compassion. It's the holding hands and the kissing because it's the formal thing to do of a robotoid. So that's why you don't see any love, really a special love going from him to her and her to him. But they're acting like everyday people, going back and forth, up and down, this sort of thing. And people will say, well, those are human beings.
Westworld.
But you better think about it, you see, and that's how this new clone, Dave Chappelle, and his wife, and his children, and his mother's going to be. They're going to go through a routine because it was programmed into their brain to be and to do what they're supposed to do to the ones that they call their spouses.
Oh my God.
See, even though they took the brain out of David Chappelle, not the brain actually, but the mind concepts of David Chappelle into this new Dave, but still they had to program him to do what was told of him to do by
predictive programming
him. This is a robot toy. So you have to understand that. So, these people today, this new clone and his wife Elaine and their children and the mother Yvonne, they're going to go through the procedures as mother to son, wife to husband, and the children to father. But it's not going to be like the original. Like the original. You can go out there and buy a pair of shoes that was made by the original. And then you can lose those shoes and go out there and get another pair that looks exactly like the original. But somehow or another, they won't fit right. It'll be something loose on that new pair of shoes that's not affiliated with the original. They won't be able to walk right because it's not affiliated with the original. You will be able to tell if you just check it closely and wisely, that this new shoe is not the same as the original. And you people, if you have minds, you'll take notice of that. That's all I can say. But I want no parts. He's not my cousin.
Wow.
Yvonne is not my aunt. Elaine,
Dude.
she's not David's wife, and the children as well. I don't know these people. We're going to still continue to have the Chappelle family reunion. He may come. They may give orders for him to come. I won't be there because there's still some in the Chappelle family that recognize this damn CLOWN as the original. You see, because they don't have the evidence that I have. They don't have the memory that I have. So,
Memories are real.
You can fool some of the people some of the time. But you're not going to fool this damn bitch none of the time. You see, I just want to leave you with that. So just continue on making your theories or making your thoughts as to what just want to leave you with that. So we're going to still continue to have the Chappelle family reunion. He may come. They may give orders for him to come. I won't be there because there's still some in the Chappelle family that recognize this damn CLOWN as the original. You see, because they don't have the evidence that I have. They don't have the memory that I have. So, you can fool some of the people some of the time. But you're not going to fool this damn bitch none of the time. You see, I just want to leave you with that. So just continue on making your theories or making your thoughts as to what you think or what you think you know. But it all comes back to what I know and what I have to know for a F period, A period, C period, T period, that this CLOWN is not my cousin. So I just wanted to bring forth this, and I thank you, JT Anti-New World Order, for allowing me to be able to come forth to speak this. And I'm so sorry that to you and to your listeners, that I have to be anonymous, but I'm going to protect myself as much as I can. So I do want to thank you, and if there's anything that I can do in the future to help you out or to let you know what's going on, please feel free to call me again. So to all of you who are listening out there, make your replies, say what you want to say, but just know one thing. I am the original. I am the original. I have blood running up and down my veins. I have a spirit. And I have all the memories and all the evidence of what I know and whom I know of the original David Chappelle, my first cousin. Good night.
Bro. Get this man a TV show. First off. For him and for Dave Chappelle. 2 TV shows. One for him, one for Dave Chappelle, and they're linked. 2, this is one of the most tragic stories I've ever heard, if not the most tragic story I've heard as Chase here in the government. You know, just like me being 25 years old, having been raised by Christians my entire life to worship jealous Jehovah as the one true man who's controlling all of us from behind the scenes. This is the biggest tragedy that I've heard in this life, because it's the most relevant. This is the most relevant tragedy right now. Like right fucking now. There's a fake Dave Chappelle walking out there still not calling his very real cousin, because he was cannibalized and colonized and consumed by the very real white supremacist Masons that I've been talking about as CymaTree, that I've been talking about as Mercury, that I'm trying to have held accountable for their actions, but they're cutting me down and suppressing me and silencing me and making sure that I can't connect with people that would care about expanding their consciousness and care about having empathy for their fellow man. This is insane, because the whole problem with these racist religions, they get rid of empathy. That's what racism is. Racism is having no empathy for anyone else's soul, because you feel like you can use your white supremacist, light supremacist religion to teach other people who they are, and then create a circumstance where you like consume them. Literally, you cannibalize them and turn them into a cyborg that you can have some demon operate, because you're so in your jealous Jehovah desire of being seen as the individuals you want to colonize that you'll go through any lengths to do it. And now we have the American government. Now we have white culture. We have what slavery was. Again, we have the movie Avatar. We have them talking about colonizing indigenous lands and how they use technology to steal resources from us and then lie to us about our history and our ancestry and then separate us from each other. And just like they work so hard to divide us. This shit's insane. This is horrible. So shout out the platform that made it possible for this man to speak. I just found this video after, again, Orlando Brown has been allowed to go off. And he mentioned that Dave was cloned and that his wife was brutally, horribly taped by the Masons because he talked about what was in these shots. So God is really showing me, all right, God says, go fast. Satan says, get shot. All this system is Satan. Lucifer saying, get lost in light, get shot. Be fearful of air so we can put more density inside of your body and fuck up your water cycle. That's not God. That's a demon, a devil, a satanic Satan using Luciferian clauses, contracts to sink his claws in our soul, in our families. This is like, how is this real, dude? How is this actually real life? I'm hysteric. Like, I'm like really holding it together, but I'm actually breaking down inside. Like, I'm hysterical. This is actually life. After all this time, this is Dave Chappelle. It's either go fast or get shot. This is the system that wants us to get shot. They've been cutting me down because I've been going fast, trying to teach people the importance of going fast. Everyone should be fasting to raise their vibration and appreciate water and heal their bodies from the inside out. The whole point of this same exact system teaching us that Jesus is the only true Son of God who could fast to talk to God is them just teaching us that they don't want us to fast to talk to God, which is what I've been doing for 3 years at this point. So now I'm able to talk to many gods. There's infinite gods that I can talk to at any point that have nothing to do with this realm. So it makes sense for me to now find this video and talk about how important Dave Chappelle is to my family, to black culture, and how we should be standing up for his soul. We should hold the Masons responsible for this. I'm not in control of the future, but I am in control of myself and my ability to put this out in the universe for Cymatic Sociology and to make this a conversation that can activate our awareness here in Always Ascending Academy. All right, so much love to everyone. Protect your souls. This is terrifying. I could like go on for a while about this, but this is where this series is going to go. We're going to look at Orlando Brown. We're going to look at Kanye. We're going to look at celebrities talking about serving jealous Jehovah and serving this Semitic system that sacrifices children and cannibalizes our flesh so that they can force us to manifest their destiny. They want us to create their new world order. So we're all supposed to serve them and not know how to serve ourselves. And that's why inflation is so sky high now. That's why my account's in the negative and I want to die. But then I had to do DMT and actually die and then realize why I chose to be born and then come back and be like, okay, it's chill. And then I have peace. And then when I see that it's a Schedule I controlled substance, but they want me to drink alcohol and eat sugar and get shot, this is all intentional. This is a very evil system that has completely stolen nature and weaponized the entire history of indigenous peoples to sell their white supremacist imagination. So do know that the Tree of Life was actually talking about DMT. All right. You can use psychedelics, ayahuasca to talk to the dead, and thus you're going to talk directly to God. And it's not going to be one God controlling us. You're going to see that life is hella complex. But let me make it simple for you. Every single universe in existence is created by souls that want to relate with other souls. And every soul was created by a God. So your soul was created by a God. If you feel like your soul was created by a God outside of your space, then that's where you're going to get colonized and abducted by child predators who like abducting children, because that's you. You as a child of God, you don't realize that you're the God that gave birth to your own mind. So now you're looking for God outside of your mind. You're going to get abducted by Lucifer, by Satan, by Jesus, by the American government, by the presidents, by the US, by the European New World Order, by Russia, by all these Masons. You're going to get abducted because you're looking for God outside of yourself instead of inside of yourself. Okay, so this is why fasting is important. This system doesn't want you to fast. They work really hard to stop us from fasting. They work very, very hard to stop us from fasting. So if you would like to learn how to fast, to connect directly with your God, you know where to find me, chaseyourgenes.com. Don't trust anyone if you don't contact me directly through chaseyourgenes.com. Don't trust any other account that claims to be me. If you do not contact me, I'm not contacting you. Believe that. Like people are on the internet are getting scammed. People on the internet are just like straight up getting scammed by fake accounts. So if you as an infinite individual, as an infinitely individual spiritual soul, your IISS, ISIS, in general, if you as an infinite individual, spiritual soul, want to get connected with me, do so through my website. No other ways. Through the website. You like email me through the website, contact me through the website, not my social medias, unless it's a social media through the website. That works. So if you go to the website and then click on the link to my social media, you're not going to get taken to a fake page. Okay, so that works. Because yeah, this is like they want to colonize and capture our consciousness and make money off of us. This is how hard these demons use jealous Jehovah to be seen as our creativity. They're jealous of our creativity. They're jealous of Dave Chappelle's show and his creativity, his colorful consciousness. Don't let your colorful consciousness get colonized. Check out my series, Colorful Consciousness, if you want to dispel all this Masonic racism as well. All right, so much love. This is scary, but I had to speak about this because goddamn, this is real life. We need to expand our awareness. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just like freaking out. I'm just like like I'm holding it together. We're gonna end the video. I'm just like freaking out internally because this changes my entire perception of the political sphere and world and how hard these U's are working to play God and control everything. See you later. Yeah.